We're speaking with the Mayor of Miami-Dade County, Daniella Levine Cava. Can you talk about, one of the issues that I think we can do at the local level, because all politics is local, despite what, it always seems to be a top-down instead of a bottom-up, which is what it should be. I think that the thing we can do at the local level that would be very effective is a plastic ban. I've seen it done. I'm from New Jersey, and I know that they ban plastic across the board in Hoboken, New Jersey. I do know that it can be done probably municipality to municipality. I was curious as to how it could potentially work, and that if that is something you're currently working on.
Yeah, so as commissioner, I did bring a single-use plastic approach. We are preempted by the state legislature from doing what you just described.
Yes.
Yes, so our state legislature knows best, and they are kowtowing to the retail association that wants to be able to continue to use plastics with impunity. But Miami Beach had already passed a ban, and so they were allowed to grandfather that in. Coral Gables was in the middle of passing a ban when this preemption came down, and so far they've been allowed to kind of hold. But Miami-Dade County was behind, and so we are subject to this preemption. And when I tried to bring it in just as a ban on county purchasing, because we can, with our own money, limit what we do, I ran into all kinds of barriers with the commissioners. So I hope that we'll be able to bring that back now. It's a new commission, half new, and hopefully there'll be more awareness. In the meantime, let me say, recycling is obviously not doing too well either. So we have lots of, not all of that plastic, of course, is recyclable. Most of it, it could be recycled, but there's no market for it. But we are doing really poorly in Miami-Dade County on the percentage of recycling that is done correctly. So I'm going to have to lead a major effort to make sure we do better. We need to at least be recycling those plastic bottles.
Which is a really good segue. I just thought of this, and it's sort of random, but what are your thoughts on municipal composting? Because I think, I look at the fact that we have so many landfills here. You can't miss the mounds of landfills when you're driving, through here. And I just think that's something like, why aren't we doing that? Like, why aren't we having municipal composting?
Yeah. So I understand some of the municipalities are doing some of it. The county in the past had, challenges around collection. But again, it's on my list to pursue. Yeah. I personally do compost. I know you can compost from an apartment as well as from a home. Obviously, there's receptacles, and makes a lot of sense. And we definitely want to promote composting as well. Yeah,
we've been working on a community garden project out in Hollywood that is really amazing. And so we're also doing composting there. So now it has spread, and now I'm composting, and it's just like, it's contagious, which is good. But the whole need for community gardens, and I think teaching sustainability is a really massive thing. I think it is something that our kids should be learning, and they don't. We're still, and I know these are state issues. I know that you don't control our education system here, but I think what I'm saying, the idea of encouraging community farming and that idea, and now that we can have vegetation on our front lawns via the state,
there you go.
I think it's, yes. I think it's something that's really important, but what are your thoughts about that and food deserts and sustainability, like where we are now?
Yeah, so I've worked a lot on that issue in the past, and we just need to really get the private sector to see the marketability. There was a wonderful project that was done a few years back where they were able to show hidden wealth in certain communities to then draw in the kinds of grocery stores that would provide access to healthy food. These neighborhoods were sort of written off, but like redlining, but by showing that in fact there's a market. Also, I know Health Foundation, which is in both Miami-Dade and Broward, has worked to really help stock corner grocery stores with more produce. So those are some of the ways. Also,
What are your thoughts on, like, I'm sorry, for using like county property, like and
Oh,
open
yes,
vacant
yes,
property
absolutely.
for community gardens? Because we have friends that
Yes.
run around and do guerrilla gardening and put gardens even where they're not supposed to until they get caught.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
That's what we need is land.
Yeah. So one of the things that I have been focused on are sort of smaller parcels that are really not suitable for housing, because of course we also need the housing, and seeing if we could work. There are groups that are interested in coming in and helping us to do more community gardens. And actually within our own Parks Department, we have people that support community gardening. So it's, you're naming, I'm writing down these ideas as good reminders. I've been in office for 3 months.
I know.
We're coming up on my first 100 days. And it's been pretty intense, especially with still the pandemic. But for sure, all of these things that you're talking about that are more about sustainability. We do have, of course, an Office of Resilience. Now we have our Chief Bay Officer. We're coming up with an updated Green Print 2.0 that will include many of these things that we're discussing.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.